Here's an example in which we are plotting a polar point. That's what they're asking us to do. Whoops, that point right there. So how do we do that? Well, I suggest I produced for you some polar paper. And here it is. It's right on at the very top of the last module, the module that this section of the course is in. So the very top you'll find polar graph. It's called polar graph, and polar graph 6, in which I have like 6 of these on one sheet, whichever is more convenient for you. So I would use this polar paper here. What is polar paper? Well, basically it shows these circles. There's a radius 1, 2, 3. In fact, I'll write those numbers for you. This is radius 1, 2. Make it a little bigger here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 going out. And then these are the various angles around, 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, etc. Going all the way around, 330, 345. This would be 360, the same as 0. So let's go back then to this example. It's the same thing. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the radius of those circles. In other words, let me be more clear here. This is a circle of radius 1. This is a circle of radius 2. This is a circle of radius 3, etc. So those are circles of radii 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the angles, again, you saw me do the angles, right? They go by 15 degrees. 15, 30, 45, 60, etc. Going by 15 degrees. So this, of course, is 0 degrees. So this is 15, 30, 45, 60. Just keep adding 15. 75, 90. What's this? 105. Right, that's 15, yeah. 120, 135, 150, 165, 180. We keep going, but there's our angle. So how do we locate that point? Well, this is a new way to locate points. You know how to locate points in the rectangular coordinate system, right? So this is the rectangular system where we have an x-axis and a y-axis, and if we have a point, let's say 2, 3, we go out 2 and up 3. Right there is the point 2, 3. We go over 2 and up 3, and we locate the point 2, 3. Right? We do the x first and then the y. Over, we go over 2 and up 3. So that's how we locate points in the rectangular system. Well, another system, a different system, is called the polar graph system. This is the polar system. What does that mean? Well, you start right, whoops, we're going to do polar coordinates now in the polar system. We start right here at the center, right where that little purple dot, right at the origin. We call that the pole, but in the polar system, but it's the origin, same thing. And the way I think of it like a cannon. Like, you know, back in the early military days with Mussolini and things like that, where it was all about artillery, cannons, right? They would turn cannons and they'd shoot them from ships and from hills and stuff, like the Civil War and stuff. So think about polar coordinates like a cannon. Step 1 is you turn the cannon to, and I don't know how to spell cannon. I'm a math teacher. Can you tell? To the angle. So whatever the angle is, you turn the cannon to the angle, and then you shoot the cannonball in that direction. The R distance. It's called the radial distance. The R distance. So for example, on this one, so 165 degrees is my angle. So the cannon starts right here at 0. But I'm going to turn it. I hope the sound effects help a lot. You know, sorry, I don't mean to insult you with my goofy sound effects. So 165 degrees. It's going to be aiming in, well, I kind of missed it. I kind of blew it there. It's going to go in that direction, right to there. Boom. That's where the cannonball will end up. Did you see what happened there? So I turned the cannon to 165 degrees, and then I shot the cannonball out a distance of 1, whoops, let me try again. 1, 2, 3. See those circles are the radii, the radiuses, the radii is the plural. 3. So that's, 1, 2, 3 out at the 165 degree angle. So we turned the cannon to face 165 degrees and then shot, boom, 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 out a distance of 3. That's called the R, and this is the angle theta. And so that's the point. Let me take back that movement there. Yeah, this is the R, and this is the theta. So our actual point then, in the end, the point they're wanting from us is this point right there. And that's what on your homework question, just do the best you can to move the dot right about there. I've played with it. It's a pretty good system. It will give you credit when you get the dot on there. So this dot right here, this is the dot 3, 165 degrees. Just like this dot here is the dot 2, 3 on the rectangular system, over 2, up 3. This dot right here is the dot 3, 165 in the polar system, meaning we turned our cannon to 165 degrees and we shot the ball out a distance of 3 in that direction, landing right there at that point. So that's how you do polar.